This is Eric Mwatha with Mwatha.com for the week of August 27th, 2012, the last trading week of August. Let's take a look at the markets here. We see that the that the Nasdaq on a weekly chart is still showing signs of a stall action based on the fact that the RSI has yet to move above this level here. So that RSI is still, to me, and unless it can move above that level there, it seems to me that that's going to be an area where this market struggles. Also happens to be an area where we have this resistance level that was established over the last 3 weeks. So somewhere around here, about 3,100, there's some resistance. But more importantly, that RSI on the Nasdaq weekly chart is really something we need to keep an eye on, because that's stalling, putting this market on some kind of a tough resistance. Again, over the last week or so, you'll notice that on the Nasdaq daily, we haven't closed above that level there. Happens to be an area where we had resistance going back at beginning of May. So in this area here, there's some resistance there, and there happens to be a gap. If you can really squint your eyes, you see there's a gap somewhere around there, which the market has not closed above that since this drop. Now this drop here, this gap comes to this area there, which is where the market stalled. This is where the market stalled in April, and so you see that the RSI hit that level and immediately turned around. So as far as I can read this, I see that this is probably signs of a near top in the market. Now tops are very hard to call, but that's what I see for now, even though I still think that we need to play breakouts until the market really breaks down. For now, I would say why not play quality stocks that are breaking out from leadership sectors. Again, the Dow Jones, and it's the same scenario. You'll see that the Dow, having closed above 13,232, closed above that, and now could not hold that on the second week. We closed below that level, this breakout level, and still moving lower. It's early on in the week here. Been trading about 1 hour into this last trading week of August, but you see again the RSI. This is where we were expecting resistance, this level. Draw a straight line, you see that the market hit that level there and seems to be turning around. Something to keep an eye on. In other words, there's signs of resistance all over the place. Take a look at the Dow from a daily chart. Now you see this is very self-evident. If you draw a straight line connecting the tops, you'll see that the market hit that level, intraday high on the Dow, and immediately pushed back below this channel. So there was resistance here was established. In other words, the Dow has not closed, really has not had a strong close above this line here, and it also happened to connect with the top price channel highs. So there's a lot of stuff here going on. Net it seems to me that this is where the market pulls back. Again, draw a straight line from the RSI connecting the recent RSI highs. Draw a straight line, you see that the market hit that level here and the RSI pull back. I think eventually this market is probably going to come back to test the 50 and the 200-day moving average before it can move high. That's my thinking for now. If the market can break out and hold, then the charts might change. I talked about on my prior video a week ago is the fact that the market on an hourly basis on the Dow was finding it difficult to hold above that level there. So when the market was really trying to make new highs, you see we stalled exactly at the very, we slightly moved above this line here, but immediately were rejected. So this is a legit resistance level on an hourly basis. Also, we talked about the fact that market was making nominal new highs, yet we see that the technical picture was not following through. That was a sell signal, and I think that sell signal, even though we are removed from that time frame, I think eventually that sell signal with this negative divergence here, technicals moving lower, prices making new highs, I think that is all we need to see to in a way confirm that eventually this market breaks down. That's a serious violation of a move to new highs. So even though the market is holding firm, I still think that the sell signal is already in place. If you take a look at the Dow from a monthly chart, what you see here is that this level, that 13,213, was a former closing high, and we are now back below that level. We had stayed above that for the month of August, but now we are back below that level. So that breakout is already stalling. Again, you see secondary indications of weakness or market pulling back, and that's one of them, where a market is not holding its breakout levels. Now if it comes back and breaks out successfully, that's a different story. Right now we see that it's stalling. Now if we take a look at the Dow Jones Transports, we see that again there's this price channel top lines on the weekly chart, this being a weekly chart showing that there's been some strong resistance here, and now we are trading slightly below the 10-week moving average. The RSI on a weekly basis also confirming this resistance level here. Again, another resistance level was confirmed there. Again, it's increasingly looking to me like there's a pullback looming in this market, and it's probably gonna be I don't want to say like it's a serious pullback, but it's going to be significant enough to where stocks are going to really have a tough time going forward. That's what I see for now. If you take a look at the Dow Transports, now let's take a look at the S&P 500 on a weekly chart. S&P 500 trying to hold above its breakout level of 1408. If it can hold above that 1408 level, then that's still breakout potential right there. It's very close to that breakdown level at trading at 1410. We'll see what happens here. Again, you see that this is where we're expecting that level on the RSI, connecting it to the high there is where we're expecting this market to stall, which is right there. And again, if you wanna really understand what I'm talking about here, you can go to the My Secrets tab, on the Muathe.com website. Yeah, just go to my website here and click on the My Secrets tab, and that's gonna bring you to a series of lots of videos here, but the one you're gonna be looking for is one that I call uniformity. Click on the uniformity video there. It's gonna be the 27th video. Just click on that and see whether you can understand what I'm trying to explain here. Pretty much it will explain to you what I mean by the fact that I think the S&P 500 could be stalling here, just based on the fact that the RSI is at that level. If it can't hold above that level, this market pulls back most definitely. The S&P 500 from a daily view, you see that on a daily view now, it's a different picture. You see that we try to break out there, and on the same day we were trading higher that day. We were trying to break out, but we had a reversal and we traded lower. That could be a telltale sign for us, again, a market that wants to go down. So we have a failed breakout there. We have the RSI level here, which connects to the high there, this line here. So here, using that uniformity principle, you find that this could be where this market was a sell, and the fact that the price didn't hold, again, another reason to really kind of start wondering whether we've seen short-term highs in this market. If you take a look at the S&P 500 from a monthly view, we see that the breakout level again was at 1408 on a monthly breakout level on price here. The monthly, if it can hold above that level on a monthly closing basis going forward, it's a market that would be a market you want to stay long. But right now the Dow has failed, Nasdaq has failed to hold its breakout level. So let's see whether the S&P 500 also moves below 1408, confirming that there is some relative weakness in the market. Let's take a look at some world markets here. We're going to start off with a Brazil daily here. And what we see here is that it seems to be that the Brazil market the Bovespa is stalling here around the 200 moving average. So that's becoming an area of resistance to the upside. Maybe it too moves lower. Again, notice that the RSI here is where you'd expect a stall, and we seem to be stalling exactly around that level. So the Brazilian market could also be confirming a general market weakness worldwide. Let's take a look at the FTSE here, and we're going to look at the London market from a weekly chart. And what we see here is the price showing a top side or price channel resistance right there on that line there. We seem to have hit that level and moved back on a weekly basis. Also happens that the RSI top line there was hit, and now this market is pulling back again. Some signs of markets not behaving very strong there. Let's take a look at China here. Again, we closed the last week here with a new daily closing high as far as the Chinese market is concerned. Just what that means, don't know, but it's really probably leading the markets lower. If you take a look at Kospi, again, just like the London market here, we see that price channel tops here. We hit that level last week and pull back. Happens to be an area where the RSI is also showing signs of topping with these highs here. One more, let's take a look at the Nikkei, a Japanese market here on a daily chart. Again, we were expecting some level of resistance from this level here, which corresponds to this high there, and we see that we hit that level once there, which is here, and we pull back seriously, and we hit that level again, which is that level there, and it seems like to me the next move is lower. So let's, I'm looking at this market wondering whether we've seen short-term highs. It's a good market if you find good breakouts, but you really have to be very suspect on what this market is trying to do. So good luck, be careful out there. Last trading week, let's see whether the new month of September is going to be really dangerous. Eric Muade, good luck, peace, and blessings.